The craziest thing that's happened to me here, I was downstairs in the basement, down by the chow hall on the men's side, and there's this big 5-foot door. And I was working on the water line up above that we ran down there, and the door shut right in front of me. And, you know, it kind of freaked me out. I jumped down off the ladder and ran out the back door. I act like a little girl running out of here, and I'm glad nobody saw it, but everybody's gonna know about it now.
We are at the Randolph County Asylum, built in 1899, and we rent it out for any venue.
Okay, in 1926, there was a gentleman by the name of Willis County that lived here. He was a resident here, and he was healthy. A lot of the people that lived here that was healthy actually helped work on the farm and stuff. Well, Willis, his job was to feed the cows. So every evening he'd pull a wagon up over underneath that barn window over there, and then he'd climb up in the hay mow and go up there and throw bales of hay out of the hay mow window and to the wagon. And then, you know, some of them would hit the wagon, some of them wouldn't, and then he'd pick them up, put them back on. Or he'd probably done this hundreds of times. Well, this one particular time, though, he got gloves on, and he's throwing bales of hay out that window up there, 50-some feet up, and he gets his glove caught in the binder twine, and he throws the bale out, and he went with it. And that's, like I said, it's a 55 foot fall. His obituary said he died at Randolph County Hospital, but he probably died when he bounced off that wagon over there at the bottom of the window. Doris Addington, I mentioned her downstairs, if you remember. She was left on the front steps of this building when she was 11 years old by her sisters. In other words, they dumped her. Reason being was that the girl's parents were killed in an accident, and the girls all wanted to be adopted. But they didn't figure that Doris would ever be adopted, because Doris was kicked in the head by a mule when she was a little girl. And what it did, it messed up her speech. She could still think as sharp as anybody else, okay? She was a great cook. Great cook. She probably cooked every meal here for the whole time she was here. Helped cook every meal. Now, here's the thing. Doris had a doll collection. Her dolls went with her every room she was in. And yes, I put the pole dancer up there. I put the pole dancing Barbie up there. Well, Barbie kind of looks like she should be a pole dancer. But Doris took the dolls with her every place she went. Now, I'm not going to tell you that every doll in here is hers. They're not, okay? They're props. You know, if you find a cool doll someplace and it doesn't have any eyes, yeah, cool. So we put it in here, you know, for that. But these are hers. This one probably is the ugliest little doll I've ever seen. And I don't like Miss Scarlett O'Hara down there at all. Just me, you know, just me. Everybody's got their own, but these are Doris's dolls. Now, Doris, she was 11 years old when she was entered in here. She died here in 2004 in this room. This was a sick room. She had the flu. They moved her in this room, brought her dolls with her. She was 81. Doris spent 70 years in this facility and probably helped cook every meal. She was a great lady, She's a good church lady. People come pick her up, take her all the functions and everything, bring her back. She had ample time so she could have left if she'd have wanted to, but this is her home. I mean, think about it. You get free food, you get free housing, it's warm, you're not paying any bills, why would you leave? You know? There's a gentleman in this room, his name is John Oliver Champ. His family is actually from Ridgeville. John Oliver's 86 years old. It's 1944. You've got 4 guys on this floor that are thugs. Just like in today's prison, they're thugs. The reason being was that they didn't even get drafted in the Army because they're blown out alcoholics. You don't draft an alcoholic. You gotta have somebody in your foxhole to trust. Somebody's gotta save your life. You gotta save theirs. So you wanna trust them. So they never drafted alcoholics. And so if you don't get drafted by the Army or the Marines, you probably don't have a job. So you're here. You're wards of the county. And these guys were thugs. They were actually doing organized gang rapes on the other side of the hall. And they were doing organized stealing and everything on the other side of the hall. And John Oliver here, he's 86. He don't like him. And neither is he afraid of him. I mean, when you're 86 years old, you're not afraid of much anymore, you know? And so, John Oliver, he doesn't like him. And so whenever he hears them talking about one of the things that they're gonna try to pull off, he's telling old Studi, the caretaker, and Studi's putting a stop to it. Well, okay, put yourself in the mind of the thugs now. John Oliver's gotta go, doesn't he? Yep, he's disrupting the things that you're wanting to do, and John Oliver's gotta go. Alright. So, one of the thugs come up with the idea on a Saturday afternoon, we're gonna do a second floor men's side window washing. Both inside and out. John Oliver's 86. But he does get up on a chair and he washes his window on the inside. Everybody else is getting extension ladders and they're doing the outsides of them from out there, you know. John Oliver ain't gonna climb no extension ladder. He's 86 years old, come on. But he wants to do what he knows is best. So after he gets the inside of his window washed, he opens it, crawls out here, and he's sitting like this on the windowsill. And he pulls this window down in front of him. So it's just above his legs, and he's reaching out as high as he can. And just give the thugs a chance. And 2 of them come running through his door right there, grab his feet, and shove him over backwards. Outside. So in other words, he's upside down now, sliding down this wall right here behind me. Now this wheelchair lamp back here wasn't here then, okay? Well, Studi's coming out of the barn over there, and he actually sees John Oliver falling out of his window. But he also saw 2 people standing here in his window watching, and they'd seen him run. Nobody ever rats him out. Also, a retired judge here. This is 1939, okay, 1940. This is before World War II. Now, the retired judge has got money. He doesn't have any family. And he likes people. He's paying his own way to live here. He is not a ward of the county. He likes it here. Why? Who knows? But he likes it here. So the judge went up to the caretaker in 1939 and said, you're gonna have people here you're not gonna like. The United States is getting ready to be in another big war. And you're gonna have people here you're not gonna like. And he wasn't a prophet, but he was definitely right. I told you about the ones they wouldn't draft, the thugs, and they said they live here. And he got them. So the judge and Studi went to Winchester and they bought a jail cell. They bought a jail cell. And the judge actually used to go in the attic and have mock trials on people that would do things bad out here. Now, does he have any authority? He's retired. No. He doesn't have any authority at all. But as long as the caretaker lets him get away with it, the judge got all the authority in the world. Probably more so than he should have, you know? And the thugs out here were terrified of him. That's why they didn't shove him out the window, okay? Because they figured this old boy just might hang us, you know? And he probably would have. He didn't, but he might have, you know? And they were really afraid of him, so that's kind of interesting.
Call the number 765-808-8730, or we're online, or you can email us at savetheoldproperties@gmail.com. And we're still working on the website, savetheoldproperties.com. We'll get more of that loaded up with all the buildings.
Out of the stuff that he lives in. And you know how every once in a while you're walking along, you'll see something out of the corner of your eye, and you look and it's not there? Well, see that about a half a dozen more times, and it'll eventually start taking form.